Today we're taking a look back at Tank's first three albums. But first, I need you to comment, like, subscribe to our YouTube page, and also check out our Instagram, Great Black Music and Artist. Yeah, so we first heard Tank, I want to say 98. He was doing background vocals for Aaliyah. We also know he worked on the song Come Over on Aaliyah's last album. So Tank is known for his writing, his singing. But yeah, overall great artist. I mean, he's been great for the last, since 2001, 24 years at this point. But yeah, let's go over the first album, Force of Nature. It was released in 2001. And the biggest hit off of that, or the biggest single, was Maybe I Deserve. That might be Tank's biggest song to date. Or, I'm not sure, Please Don't Go. That was another large song off of his third album we'll be going over. But yeah, from the Force of Nature album, 2001, the biggest song was definitely Maybe I Deserve. But my favorite off that album, /CD, /vinyl, or whatever you have it on, streaming, it was My Freak. That was definitely a hood classic. That was played everywhere, but not on the radio. But everyone had that song playing in their cassette players back then, their CD players. So that was definitely a great debut album. Tank did his thing. But then we go on to 2002, One Man. I feel like this album wasn't as big, wasn't as talked about. But even to date, you don't really even hear the songs off of this album played on radios. But it was still a great album to me, because I'm a Tank fan. I'm a huge R&B head as well. But yeah, One Man, that was the single. Great video. I still watch it to today. I mean, if you ever get a chance, go watch it on YouTube. But yeah, after 2002, his second album, wasn't sure if Tank was going to have a third album, because back then, if albums weren't big, they didn't sell, most artists didn't have a third album. But it took years until we heard from Tank again. But 2007, Tank came back bigger and better than ever with Sex, Love, and Pain. I mean, I was in college at this time. This was a big album. Everyone was burning this CD, sharing it. I mean, Tank really came back. The biggest song off of this was Please Don't Go. That's a top 50 R&B song of all time. We don't have a list put together, but that's definitely on there somewhere. It's hard to say, just depending on where you will list this song, or depending on what you like when it comes to R&B, but it's definitely on there somewhere. This was a big album, but my favorite songs off of this was probably I would say Coldest. Just starting off the album with that was just a great intro, because it's always important to start off your album strong. My Body, that was another great song. Let me see. I would probably say Heartbreak. That's a hood classic as well, Heartbreak. If you ever get a chance, definitely check that out. Wedding Song. It's not the wedding song that you probably expect, but it's a great song. Yeah, check that out if you ever get a chance. But then we had I Love Them Girls remix on this album. It was interesting because years prior, we heard it on Marcus Houston's album. Marcus Houston had a version as well. Back then, the internet used to have a lot of different versions from different artists. But come to find out years later, Tank wrote that song. So figures why it's on Tank's album. But this was also the remix, the Timbaland remix. But yeah, I mean, it was just a great overall album. Yeah, but in the future, we'll go over more Tank albums. But in the comment section, let me know what's your favorite Tank album out of the first three. Are any of these classics? I think the third album, Sex, Love, and Pain, is definitely a classic. Top 50 R&B album of all time. Let me know what you think. And also, what other albums do you want me to review and go over? And yeah, until next time, peace.